Hello everybody, how are you doing? I told you all there wouldn't be another video today, but I lied, because I have been treated to an early Christmas present in the form of the Sega Mega Drive Mini console that came out, that is a thing. As you guys know, if you've been around the channel for a while, you'll be aware I am a huge fan of the Sega Mega Drive and little teeny tiny mini consoles, so this is like a gift made in heaven for me. It is a little bit low light in here, so please forgive that I have a little bit of dark, occasionally out of focus too, but we'll do the best because it's a little bit darker than planned. My cat is actually currently coming, as you might see my cat imminently in a moment. But this came out a couple of months ago, actually, and it was pretty exciting because it had. I'll see if I can get some of this up for you. It had 40 classic games, which is quite good for a mini console, and actually I think a few of these are actually exclusives. The Mega Drive version of Tetris is actually quite an interesting one, and Darius. These two are actually kind of exclusive bonus games that were not available originally in the Mega Drive's lifespan. It's got all the usuals: Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, all the favorites, and as is typical for a mini console of this variety, no power adapter. It does say that somewhere. Look, AC adapter not included. Dun dun dun. But let's see if we can get into this a little bit. I can actually zoom out a little bit. That's zooming in. I don't have an autofocus, auto zoom lens, as you guys will know where you can see some of the cables for my computer setup where my microphone lives. So there you go. That is the Mega Drive Mini box. This is actually the third Mini Mega Drive you've been able to get. I actually have an earlier version made by a company called At Games that is absolutely atrocious. Terrible sound emulation and all that stuff. But this is apparently much better, so we'll see. I'm gonna unbox it here, and then I'll do a video of the. Well, I'll do a stream of the games in it later on. So let's get this tab first of all. I'll do my best to keep it in focus, but as I say, it might occasionally fall out of focus because I don't have an autofocus lens for my camera. Nice box, evokes the old Mega Drive style boxes back in the day. Pretty good. So let's see. First of all, we have blarp. This feels like two controllers. Yep, that's what it is. We have, first of all, and most importantly, the one controller. No 6-button controller, by the way, which is strange. I believe you can actually get the 6-button controller for these separately if you want them, but they ship in the 3 buttons. I don't know why they don't supply a 3 and a 6. I don't really mind the buttons. Most Mega Drive controllers do just use the 3 buttons. It's really Street Fighter 2 you really want that 6-button for. But I actually, even though it's the classic, I am not a fan of this shape Mega Drive controller compared to the originals. I actually much prefer the smaller 6-button one, very similar to what the Sega Saturn has. Yeah, and then on the other end, they are in fact USB. These are usually PC compatible. We shall see if these are. I'll do a test of that later on. I won't bother getting the little gubbins off. And this is the same. This is another. Yeah, 2 controllers. I will get one of these out of the way. We don't need both of these out here. So that's one thing there. I will leave that in precisely the range to be in focus and under a light. Ooh, look, like an actual professional. He lied because it's not all in focus. The next thing is this, which is. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. While this does not contain an AC adapter, it does have a USB port, basically. So they don't actually ship these with the blocks you need. The general argument is that everybody has one of these now. So this is actually just a basic micro USB, I believe. Get rid of that. Yeah, that's just your standard micro USB. So that's nothing particularly. Whatever. Yeah, that'll do. And that will power the unit. I guess this is. We'll do that last. Let's see everything in here first. HDMI cable. You know, part of the reason I buy these mini cable consoles is they never supply the power adapter, but they always supply an HDMI cable, which is fantastic because HDMI cables, decent HDMI cables, the good HDMI cables are cables that come with games consoles. That's good. The ones you get from the pound shops, terrible. So having a few extra of those, always useful. And, oh, what's this? It's a manual! Yes! Yeah, nobody cares about that. I'll put that. I won't even bother leaving that in shot. And I'll put the box here. There, so let's get Sonic in here. I'm having to reach. My camera has not a good focal length. I have to have it quite far away to do this. There we go. I don't have a very professional filming setup. I'm sorry. I have to make do. Autofocus lens. That's next Christmas. Alright, what are we got here? So this is just a cardboard box, quite tight. This is going to be the unit itself. And this is the bit everybody's excited. Like, we've had enough of these mini consoles to know that these are going to be on everything. I will say, by the way, the red here, I don't remember the buttons being red in the UK. I think that might be a US thing. And here it is. The one, the only Sega Mega Drive Mini. Look at that. That is beautiful. Now, that terrible company At Games does make one this size, this style, that actually takes cartridges. This does not. Though the At Games ones don't work 100% properly, they don't actually take cartridges and read them that well. They actually do a quick ROM dump, because they don't actually save. They don't interact with cartridges properly. The little sliders do actually slide on, off. The reset button works, which beats my own original Mega Drive, which currently has a broken reset button. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That looks exactly like it. I recently took a Sega Mega Drive apart because my controller part on it was broken, an original one. And this is very, very accurate. And you can't see that. Look, alright, it's time to change the focus. Like a proper filmmaker. This is very accurate to that. Like, this is absolutely what that looked like in the flesh. The original one and only Sega Mega Drive Mini. So, getting the full thing assembled sort of looks like this. You get your micro USB. And then you kind of try and plug it out at arm's length, which is so weird. And then you get your HDMI here. Let's take these little twisty cable ties. I gotta save these for my cat. My cat happens to love twisty cable ties. That's her Christmas present. We got that in there. Not too bad. And then you get your controller hooked up at the front, which, okay, I am going to have to take the plastic off. Thought I wasn't. Oh no, my video's going to run out in 6 seconds! A DSLR recording time limits! No! But that's okay, because it gave me time to actually detach the plastic. So then you plug this in here. Get that all hooked up. Pop that down there. And again, no autofocus lens. Burp! That's what the whole thing looks like together. And if, like me, you have a world that is a whole mass of cables, kind of adds to it nicely. The controller's actually really nice. I was having a little feel of this while the video was cut. Does feel very classic. The buttons are nice and pressy. I like a good pressy button. It feels very much like my original one, and I'm just whacking it on the desk there. There we go. Broken it already. It's fine. Alright guys, that was just a little video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys all in my stream I'll be doing today, where I'm going to play this sucker. I'm going to play this sucker. Gotcha, suckers. Alright, thanks for watching guys, you're all wonderful people. Bye-bye.